The world is changing, the old certainties are fading. For decades, the West wrote the rules of global trade, finance, and diplomacy. But that era is ending. A new dawn is breaking, with many centers of power. The global order is being deliberately rearranged, not by accident, but by nations seeking alternatives to Western dominance. Countries across the global South, long sidelined, are demanding a seat at the table. They're tired of their economic fate being tied to the US Federal Reserve, or their sovereignty subject to Western approval. The rise of the rest is the great story of our time. The script for this new era is being written in many languages, not just English. Institutions like the IMF and World Bank are now seen as relics of a bygone age. Power is diffusing, creating a mosaic of regional blocs and competing interests. The belief in Western models is being challenged as nations rediscover their own paths. New trade routes, financial systems, and diplomatic forums are emerging outside the Western framework. The world is not just multipolar, it's multi-conceptual, with competing visions for the future. Different ideas about global organization are vying for influence. The curtain is rising on a more complicated, contested world. The stage is set for a new global narrative. Amidst this global shift, one group stands out: BRICS. Originally an investment term for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, BRICS has become a political force. Together, these nations represent a vast share of the world's population, land, and economic output. Once dismissed as a talk shop, BRICS has endured internal frictions and is now expanding. Its power lies in symbolism and substance, a platform for non-Western leaders to coordinate without US or European oversight. The creation of the new development bank was a tangible step toward building parallel institutions. Now, BRICS is transforming from an exclusive club into a broader coalition of the global South. This expansion amplifies its voice and leverage on the world stage. BRICS is no longer just a symbol of change, it's an active agent reshaping the global order. The group is moving beyond rhetoric to concrete action. The sleeping giant of the non-Western world is awakening. A new chapter begins. The timing of BRICS's expansion is no accident. It's a direct response to rising geopolitical tensions and the weaponization of the dollar. For Russia, China, and others, alternative systems are now a necessity for survival and sovereignty. Disillusionment with Western leadership, seen in chaotic withdrawals, double standards, and ineffective crisis response, has eroded trust. Many in the global South see the current order as unfair and ineffective. Expanding BRICS is a vote of no confidence in that system. The conflict in Ukraine has accelerated this trend, exposing a deep divide between the West and much of the world. BRICS offers a political home for non-aligned nations. Expansion consolidates a bloc with greater GDP, resources, and demographic weight. It's a strategic move in a world dividing into rival camps. BRICS is fortifying its own, declaring itself a pole in the new multipolar world. The message is clear: we are here to stay. The global balance is shifting. The new BRICS members are chosen for maximum impact. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Iran bring immense energy resources challenging the petrodollar system. Their entry creates a powerful energy bloc outside Western control. Egypt, with the Suez Canal, and Ethiopia, a fast-growing African economy, add strategic and demographic weight. Their inclusion signals BRICS's ambition to be the voice of the global South. Argentina's intended membership would have strengthened the bloc in Latin America. This geographic reach is key to building a truly global platform for governance and trade. Each new member brings not just resources but a shared desire for a more balanced world order. These are sovereign nations, not junior partners. Their collective entry formalizes a global movement for a distributed, equitable foundation of power. BRICS is no longer just a group, it's a movement. BRICS expansion is more than geopolitics, it's a declaration of economic independence. For decades, the global economy ran on American systems, the dollar, SWIFT, and US-based credit agencies. The expanded BRICS aims to build alternatives, starting with de-dollarization. This is a political act of defiance, rejecting the idea that only Western models are valid. BRICS is politically diverse. Democracies, monarchies, and more, proving cooperation is possible without uniformity. The expansion is a moment of psychological liberation for the global South. It gives voice to billions who felt excluded from the global system. The image of leaders from Asia, Africa, and Latin America setting their own agenda is powerful. The ultimate goal: real, functional alternatives to Western institutions. The new development bank is already financing projects without Western conditions. Talk of a common BRICS currency is no longer fantasy. The groundwork for a parallel global system is being laid. For the first time, nations have a genuine choice. For the West, BRICS expansion is a wake-up call. The era of uncontested American primacy is over. The world is now multipolar. The US remains powerful, but it's no longer the only pole. The expanded BRICS challenges the dominance of the dollar and Western-led institutions. More trade in local currencies and alternative payment systems will erode American financial power. The G7, IMF, and World Bank are seen as exclusive clubs, failing to adapt. The rise of BRICS is a direct result of this failure. The West must now negotiate and treat rising powers as partners, not clients. A new era of competition and cooperation between blocs has begun. The future is uncertain. Will the West see BRICS as a threat or an opportunity? The choices made now will shape the global order for decades. The world is moving on, with or without Western leadership. The unipolar moment has passed. A truly multipolar world has arrived.